buttons, y'all. This is So to Bestow, part 33, episode 33. And the algorithm has changed again. In this case, I will always have a 2-4-1 or 1-2-4 scenario on my neck, creating like a necklace, also like a face. But the new algorithm, you'll see. So I'm gonna get my tools. I'm making it a habit to do this more often, and that comes with organization. The more organized I am, the more easy it is for me to just get up and record. Also, it doesn't take me too long, so I just should get to it. So I'm gonna remove these buttons. And then I'm going to change it up. So I'm gonna make sure you can see what I'm doing. I know last time I was too close to the camera. I don't want to be too far away. I want you to see what I'm doing, y'all. Okay. Oh, right. That came out quite aggressively. I've had this shirt for over 5 years. It still maintains color though. And this is older than that because I got it from the thrift store, so who knows how old this shirt really is. It's pretty old. But it's a purple shirt. I'm wearing purple today because that's how I feel. Red and blue makes purple. You dig? Alright, so the buttons are out. Now we're going to remove the thread, and we're going to keep the thread, as you know, because the thread is important. We don't waste anything around here in button therapy. Anything can be used, returned, and given a new name and frame. The great thing about this shirt is that it maintains the quality of the ripples, because often what happens when I take these buttons off, it creates a mark. There's still going to be some form of a mark because the way I sew just allows that, but not as much. So all the thread is out. And I kind of like the mark because it represents what was there before. It's like a scarred shirt, like ooh. But sometimes what I do, in fact what I probably will do eventually, is remove this brim altogether. Which is probably what I'm going to do actually. I might do that right now. That's kind of part of the fill-in. Because it really takes a new dimension when the collar is removed. And I don't always like the collar. I mean, I removed the collar from this shirt. This shirt that I have on now was a shirt in which the sleeves got messed up by some dye, some ink, which made it to where I had to cut the sleeves off, and then I just eventually cut everything else. So I like removing the collars sometimes. Sometimes I keep it, but removing the collar gives it a whole new frame. So, and I kind of like the jagged edge cut. I'm not cutting where in which it's like perfectly aligned. Like I kind of want people to see that this was a cut-up shirt, because that's fashion, dude. That's my style. That's how I do it. I mean, I make sure it's nice and even, and I don't cut too far down. And I like the sound. I appreciate scissors. These are better scissors. And they're gonna cut finer. These are newer scissors, that's why. No. Okay. So now I'm gonna make that cut a little bit more defined. I'm gonna use my refined scissors here because I don't want too jagged an edge. So it actually looks decent, but there's some pieces that can be finely tuned. I guess I contradicted myself, right? Because at first I said, oh, I want people to see it to be jagged. But now I'm like, well, can we perfect it a little? It has to be on my terms, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna look nice though. This looks nice already. I can just fix the back up. See, I'm edging it up. I'm doing what a barber would do to a fade. You know, it's like if you're getting your hair done, you gotta make sure your edges are laid, right? Your edges gotta be laid. That's if you get a haircut. If you have locks, like myself, I have hair, long hair, I don't kind of mind the freeform. I was looking at my hair today and I noticed that some of the 2-strand twists are coming out. But I'm fine with that, you know. Alright, so the edge looks good. So now, the new algorithm. And then this video will be over. I also need to rethread my needles because I have a situation where all of them are kind of just all over the place. Okay. And this is probably not going to be enough, so I'm definitely going to have to rethread this needle after the first one is sewn. So I'll take that button, it's this one. It's a 4-hole button. I'm going to put it on the... So lately I've been switching up the sides. It doesn't matter what side it's on, because the point is there's just a button on the sleeve. It's barely a button there. And all of the thread will be purple. Purple, purple, purple. This is the shirt I'm actually wearing today. The shirt I have on now is just a placeholder. It's a coaster. And this is kind of what's going to happen now whenever I want to wear these shirts, because I don't like the idea now of the button necklace at the top, because that reminds me of a time that I no longer occupy. And so I'm like, I think I'm just going to retire that and return it to a new thing, which is why now it's like a new shirt. The sleeve is removed. I'm sorry, the collar is removed. And then I'm putting buttons on the sleeves. Like, it gives it a new identity. That's the whole point of button therapy, to make new things out of old things. So one thing I should do, you see this in caution here, I've made this happen. So sometimes when you're sewing, it gets really slippery, right? So I have a pulley and I attach to my pants like this. And so when I need to pull a needle out, instead of slipping, I just do it like this. Yeah, I use a nail clipper to do that. It's kind of insane. Okay, I'm gonna have to change this thread because, you know, it's no longer useful. I have some purple thread here. This will be enough. Okay. Perfect. Just like so, y'all. Divinity in motion. Alright. Now we're going to change the other button, which is the 2-hole button. Right here. Sort of a deeper purple, sort of burgundy. This button is easy to sew because it's just one hole, really. It's two, but it goes into one. 2 in 1, y'all. Alright. I'll put it down there twice, and then I'll create my shank. This is episode 33 of Sew to Bestow. I was about to call it How to Sew Button. I changed the name. It used to be called How to Sew Button. Then it became Sew to Bestow, because that's what I do. I sew to bestow. You know, that's the flow. okay? See? Instead of tripping. Yeah, when I came up with this idea, I was like, that's quite nifty of you, I must say. Okay, one more button to sew on this, and then I'll be finished with this episode, and I'll wear this shirt and get on with my day. I'm sure by the time I finish looking at this video, it's not going to even take me long. And that's what's inspiring me to do this, you all. Thank you for watching, if you're still watching. And if you've made it to episode 33, because you definitely don't have to. So I said originally everything's going to be purple, but it's actually not true, because I have a pearl. Well, if I have a purple one-hole button, which I probably don't, I do, so I'm going to replace this. That's a cute situation. I'm going to replace that. That's a nice one. So it's really all purple out. Alright. Okay. So I put the one-hole button on the left side. Well, it's actually on the right, but it looks like it's on the left. I still on the left, but it ends up being on the right when I put the shirt on. Anyways. And it's just a small little accent. And it's small. To the left, it creates a sort of a 7, which is why I kind of like this algorithm, because there's 1, 2, and then shoo, which is a 7. And I'm doing a lot of talking in this video. This is not ASMR necessarily. I'm just sharing, I guess, all the details behind my creativity and what I expect from this series, which is 77 episodes. This is 33. So I'm like, I need to just start sewing all the time, because after this series is over, I have other things I can do. And part of my reason of doing this is to communicate to everybody what button therapy is for me, which is a series of symbolic gestures coming to life through a material, fashion, style, personification, but a regenerative connection. So I keep everything. Alright, so now I'm gonna finalize this button here, and that will be the end of that. And there we have it, folks. I can take this off now. Let's see. And see, what I like about it is that it responds to the thread on the tattoo. Buttons. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.